the sister of the young Izzy Stark, the freshman center. More on that story in a bit. First serve underway. Louisville goes big from the middle. Defensively, Penn State keeps it alive. Big scrap to start the opening point. Block out to DeBeer, who opens up. She is back to serve now to Penn State serve receive. A tip into the middle of the court. Scrappy defense for Louisville. Reese Robbins keeps it alive. Penn State goes up big. Guess who? Wow. It's Jess Mruzik, playing in her 5th year out of Livonia, Michigan, originally where she's from. Robbins again on the pin. Great dig for Jillian Grimes. That one's good. And National Coach of the Year in her 8th season at Louisville. And wow, she has brought this program to new heights. It's really been impressive what she's been able to create.
She's done a great job with this university and this program.
Monstrous start to the season too for Louisville as well. Back to serve for Louisville, Kara Cressy. To the middle, a little bit of a miss hit, doesn't matter. Maggie Mendelson gets it done. 3 Big Ten titles to her name, of course, under the mentorship of Russ Rose, the legend here at Penn State. Out to the pin for Louisville, defended by Penn State. Mruzik again denied. Izzy Stark goes to the back row and into the net. Naelis Cabello back to serve. She is the freshman center for Louisville. They run a 6-2. Would love to dive deeper into that with you, Kristen, as you set for a national championship team. Big swing for Jess Mruzik, looking for high hands. She got it.
Smart choice by number 9.
Tight pass and denied on the side of Penn State. Freshman takeover, in fact, for Izzy Stark. She's the first freshman to start multiple matches to open the season for Penn State for a center since Alicia Glass in 2006. Nice block at the net. Kong is a graduate student in Louisville. And a short ball on the side of Penn State. Big block here. Stark on the slide to Mendelson, who puts it away. Penn State takes the ball back and a point. As she used the inside of the blocker's hand there too in a split situation. Well long on the serve though for Mendelson for Louisville. 8 digs and 3 assists in her last match against Tennessee. A big win for Louisville. Down it goes. She is also in her grad 5th year. Put away out of the back row, Jess Mruzik, and you can find her just about anywhere on the court.
Utilizing Mruzik from the back row is fantastic. It looks like Jess Mruzik's on her 1,489th kill, which is incredible. Ranking 3rd in the Big Ten right now.
Yeah, approaching 1,500. Block goes up.
Great recognition of putting that match up with Cameron Hanna. Speaking of Cameron Hanna.
Watch how this ball floats off the hands of Hanna. Another 10-foot pass there for Louisville. It's not good enough. Another great serve from Hanna. Better pass that time for Louisville, though. They were able to run the middle effectively. Reese Robbins. Anna DeBeer back to serve for Louisville. She is a native of Louisville, Kentucky. Final 4 and national championship will be in Louisville this year in the NFL. She was born for greatness. A lot of athleticism. What a pass from Elena, the libero. Couldn't execute, though, in Louisville, Kentucky specifically. That's deep. Freshman out of Elmhurst, Illinois. And a very good server, too. Now a 10-foot pass. Louisville bails themselves out of it, though. That's Charity Looper entering the scene. Naelis Cabello back to serve, the center for Louisville. The tip goes deep. Mruzik testing the corners. Set from Scott out wide. Great defense for Penn State. Mruzik goes high off the hands. Another stingy dig from Louisville's DeBeer. Penn State out to the pin again. It's Mruzik. Cabello out to her pin, and it's slowed down. Penn State now with a chance. Quick in the middle, denied 4-point lead, though, for Penn State. Wild swing for Penn State. It's still alive. Cabello having to earn her set that time. Nice set from Izzy Stark out wide. That was such a difficult set to make. What'd you like? Getting swept by Louisville last year, and so far so good for Penn State. Another wild pass for Louisville. Ooh, goes over the net in a kind of funky way. Cameron Hanna wasn't sure where the ball was, so Charity Looper will take back the serve.
It's always nice when your teammates are just screaming at you, up, and you're lurking around like thinking the ball's past you already. That's a tough break.
It's a nice serve from Looper, but a dime of a pass. And how about that wicked swing from Maggie Mendelson? It was a big emphasis. Izzy Stark, such a physical setter. Not looking lost out there as a freshman. Impressive block to match it for Penn State.
You know, that was a great pass. Louisville had all three options.
Number 24, Quinn Menger back to serve, the senior defensive specialist. Out of Virginia, big serve to get Louisville out of system. They'll scramble to keep it alive. Elena Scott places it to the corner. And how about that attack out of the middle? Taylor Trammell gets going. What'd you like most about that sequence, Kristen?
Oh, man. When you are gifted a free ball like Penn State just was, if you don't capitalize on that, you know, that's on you. That was beautifully executed. Great set, great swing. Man, that's what good volleyball looks like, folks.
It all started with that serve of Quinn Menger. Another great serve, pulling Louisville off to the 10-foot line. High hands. Penn State side now. Stark to the outside. Incoming to the booth. What a scramble from Cabello. Oh, top to the middle. Wise play for the young setter. Izzy Stark finding her moment to shine. Matches to open the season as a starter. Micah Hancock back in 2011 was a starter, but Kristen, you started the season that year, so Russ Rose corrected the stat line on that one.
Yeah, I might have started setting, but she definitely finished.
Hey, you still got 2 national championships to your name. She might have a gold medal or 2 to hers,
Yeah,
but hey,
that's pretty cool.
gold and a silver. How about that? Let's reflect back. Take a walk down memory lane with us. 2010, Kristen Carpenter. Look in the third row, holding up.
Had a lot of really good teammates. Speaking of really good teammates.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool seeing how many Louisville girls can set the second ball. You're not just seeing your setters. If the setter can't get to it, or if the setter takes the first ball, you're seeing Charity Looper take it. You're seeing Elena Scott take it. And they are putting up fantastic, fantastic balls.
That was a lot of
Look at
tradition.
that ball.
That's unbelievable. Penn State to the pin.
Elena Scott flying out here.
How about that? Just a bit wide. Louisville shaking their fingers. No, they will take the ball back. A little bit of life here since the timeout on the side of Louisville. Sofia Maldonado-Diaz back to serve. Senior.
So that means Cabello's front row. We'll see that matchup again. Someone who doesn't get the block a lot, and as a freshman, we'll see what Penn State does. Anna DeBeer has not gotten a lot of sets this match, and when she has gotten them, she's gotten blocked a few times.
Yeah, that's a
And
credit.
let me tell you, an arm like that is going to come down pretty fast.
It's a credit to the scouting report of Penn State and Katie Schumacher-Cawley that she's been able to put together for this Penn State team. Dime of a pass for DeBeer to follow up being stuffed a moment ago. Penn State in a scramble out of system. That ball trickles over the block. Block with the set again. Back to Robbins. It's long, misses the block too. Penn State takes another. They're 3 points away from taking the first set.
Oh, it's actually block touch.
Not sure I saw one live. I think we'll have our first challenge of the sets and the match. Schumacher-Cauley is indeed going to challenge the touch.
See what the officials say.
Yeah, usually you can see a finger bend backwards in some sort of fashion here. This is going to be the best look at it, and no, I don't see anything.
Point Penn State.
All right, call reversed. Point Penn State. That is massive.
Great swing by Cressy. You know, with running a 6-2, you don't get to see a lot of behind action from the middles. A lot of, you know, sets aren't going with slides and off of 1 foot behind the setter. So seeing that, you know, setters are trying to do something a little different.
DeVere with a serve that trickles over the net. How about that swing for Jess Mruzik? She's been lighting it up as we expected and you predicted.
Looper had one of those balls. That's something that you're not defending. It's like you kind of say, okay, that's nice job, and you move on. Like that's a ball that's, you know, no matter the level, that's a fantastic shot by Mruzik.
Swing from Looper, defended by Penn State, and through the block goes Juravicius.
There she is. I was wondering when she was going to show up. A little slow start, but we got 14 in action.
She's a redshirt freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio, and a great snag for Penn State. This kid can hang with the best of them. She started at Nebraska, then opted to transfer to Penn State, and here's a set point for the Nittany Lions. Nice serve, what a pass by DeBeer. That's cleaned up on the side of Louisville. Perfect pass from Anna DeBeer.
And hey, Cressy just got 2 back-to-back sets. I would see, I mean, when you're passing like that, I don't see the setters shying away from the middles. I would say that to expect more middle hits coming from Louisville.
Camden Strands back to serve for Louisville. And set, finished on the hot hands of Juravicius. Penn State takes the opening set off of 4th-ranked Louisville. Great start so far for the Nittany Lions. First serve from Louisville, handled by Penn State. That was well long for Taylor Tremmel.
Yeah, it looks like just a misconnection there. First point, moving on.
Louisville's known for their great defense and their great serving too. Ellie Glock, no stranger to that, the redshirt junior. Originally from Nebraska, transfer out of USC. 10-foot line pass for Penn State, denied on the block. And that one goes down to, at the start of the sequence here for the passers, short serve, handled by Mruzik. Reversing the flow was Stark, and a wise play. Jillian Grimes, the junior libero, back to serve, and it was a tough one. Free ball over to Penn State. Out to the pin again. Mruzik was denied. Stark to the middle. I love that she's mixing up the set location. And how about that set from Glock? It was a beauty. Out to the pin, and Anna DeBeer gets the better of Penn State. And a great set by Ellie Glock to create the split block situation. DeBeer back to serve now. Look for her to be an offensive threat out of the back row, though. Great serve and out of the range of Mruzik. Tracked down by Grimes. Free ball, Louisville. Handled and a tip. Great scramble for Mruzik. And how about that awareness? Here's the numbers for Juravicius after her first 2 matches of the year. Kara Cressy back to serve, the redshirt junior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana for Louisville. Picks her target wisely. That ball's pulled well off the net. And a net violation called on Louisville. Is a special player. There's a look at the net violation. Yep, right into it goes Reese Robbins. sophomore. And goes right back at it. Reese Robbins out of Mansfield, Texas.
That's a tough 3 rounds for her in her front row.
Then Hannah loads up. Cabello, oh no, miscommunication on the side of Louisville, and we hope that Charity Looper is okay. She went down awkwardly with Anna DeBeer, and she gets up. Just maybe a little rattled by that. Grateful that she is okay. That could have been way worse.
Pretty sure everybody in this gym had just held their breath.
Yeah, take a deep breath after that one. And you totally understand the miscommunication there in that sequence of a package. You run the back row. What's the setter thought there? You're trying to confuse the blockers, put them in a scramble?
Yeah, I think it was just her outside wasn't out there. She was looking for the easy way out. For DeBeer was in the back row.
And a high-flying affair for Kong. We'll see what the pass is capable of for Penn State. Pulled off to the 10-foot line, out of system right away, and Hannah swings out of it. Down the line, and a beautiful play on the side of Louisville. Here's another look at the play, and this is what happens when you're in an out-of-system situation and you're serving tough like Louisville is, though that serve goes long for Looper. The freshman sensational talent. Setting position.
And serving position. You know, she's that tall. And you know, we'll see. She's only played three matches in the jersey, so we'll see what happens.
Defense can be tricky for those setters, that's for sure. Another nice serve down the line, tight set. DeBeer tries to bail herself out after a tougher pass. On her side, she won't. It's got to be frustrating for her. She wants to get involved. She wants the ball.
She doesn't have the personality to demand the court, but her playing ability really does.
Middle attack, Mruzik opts for the tip. And to the pin, defended by Penn State. Big swing for Jurevicius, denied by the hang time of Anna DeBeer and Kara Cressy. What do you do in this situation? Double block ahead, and the physicality that Louisville has. What a play by DeBeer.
Great setup by DeBeer.
Elena Scott with a big serve. Penn State out of system. Now the defense will have to amp up. There goes the middle for Louisville. Start to the outside pin. In a quicker tempo, wise play. Cameron Hanna embraces a quicker set.
It's also, I guess it's been kind of hard. That first touch, that first pass has not been the greatest for Penn State so far in the set.
There's a rocket of a serve really close on the call there at the net, and Louisville was demanding a lift call from the referees. They felt like they missed that. All in the mix. Stanford, of course, in the ACC now, so that will be the start of their conference season. Out of system again for Penn State. They're getting in trouble with ball control right now. Louisville tight to the net, and Anna DeBeer is into the net. And 28 aces. And she's one of the best servers on the team for that reason. That's a cannon coming off her arm, short on the free ball. Grimes takes care of it. Into the middle, and a smart play for Maggie Mendelson again. Jillian Grimes, she has multiple aces in her first couple of matches. And an overpass. Louisville takes care of the free ball chance. And Stark, what an athletic set. Oh my. Get in your seat for that one. Jurevicius cleans it up. How about that set from Izzy Stark?
That set. Woo! That was fantastic, guys. This game is so fun. Like everybody looks like they're having so much fun. Like it's such a fun team.
Out of system situation, and Penn State. Oh no, a scramble. DeBeer goes down. She gets wrapped up in a tangle with Reese Robbins, and Kristen As a former setter here at Penn State, I know you appreciate that one.
Man.
Start to the Big Ten season. Nebraska currently ranked number 2. Pitt at 3, and how about that? Penn State is lighting it up, hitting 100. Not great numbers. You want to be above 300 for sure at the caliber that these two teams are playing. Yeah, well, they didn't like that loss last year. They made it very clear as Jillian Grimes adds to her ace campaign on the season. And how about that to get your team on your back? Number 3.
When you have your sister on your team, it's actually pretty cool too, so.
Balanced attack for Penn State. You know that. Have another look at these numbers.
I mean, she's got 20 assists, and it's only, you know, they've only had a certain amount of points. Like, this is, she's going for a career high.
Nice block on the side of Louisville. They need something, anything to get them going. Cressy and Robbins standing tall, 2 straight points since the timeout.
It looked like a little miscommunication with Angelina Stark and Grimes there, who's covering that ball.
Nice set by Stark. It is long for Juravicius, the Golden Gophers. Nobody thought that Minnesota had their chance against Texas in that showcase, except for Keegan Cook and his team, and it was an absolute blast to watch in person. Big finish for Looper through the hole, and no block to be spoken for on the side of Penn State.
You know, in times like these, you know, Penn State's just got to be steady. And because they can slide, this game is a momentum, it's a totally game of momentum.
Sure is.
It can literally go any way at any time.
Stark is getting involved. That ball is well in, and Louisville is looking a lot more lively on their side, especially offensively. Looper being a big part of that.
Penn State needs a pass here.
Looper was all ACC first team last season. 5-0 run for Louisville right now. Izzy Stark with another beautiful set, a little bit tight there though, and Louisville cleans up. Back row attack now. Stark out of the offense. We'll see what Grimes got. She has a nice set to the pin. Louisville is out of system. They'll swing their way out of it. Charity Looper gets away with one off the tape. She'll take it. Silver medalist at the 2012 Summer Olympics for Team USA. Tip from Mruzik trying to get some offense in a tie game situation. Tie set, and that is a big block for Penn State, who desperately needed some momentum here in set number 2.
You know, when you hit the ball towards the setter, you know, you're getting that setter out. But when you have a player like Elena Scott who has hands like that, I mean, it's just as good as a setter. But yeah, you had four hands in your face, 4 big Penn State hands in your face. That's going to come down fast.
Well done by Mruzik to press over. And another trickler off the tape. Out of system now. Stark finds the back row to her sister. And that ball is deep. Angelina Stark getting involved offensively. Louisville makes another error. 2-point lead now for Penn State.
Yeah, right now, you know, Izzy only has 2 attackers front row, so maybe looks to her sister a little bit and scramble parts of the game to put the ball away.
That ball is deep as well. Big swing for Charity Looper. Was looking for high hands. She can hit over them, but just missed the block.
My God, she flies.
6 kills so far tonight for Looper. Mendelson leading the way with 7 for Penn State. Nice pass from Elena Scott. Tip was an obvious one to the middle. Stark uninvolved in the offense. Big block to go against for Louisville. And Looper will send the free ball right into the basket of Penn State, and joust at the net. Won by who else but Jess Mruzik.
Yeah, Elena Scott was kind of chilling there, ready for that dump by Izzy Stark. Especially, you know, Izzy Stark's front row right now. I already said she's only got 2 attackers right now, so she's sometimes got to put it in her own hands, take control of it.
Ava Feldudo, the freshman defensive specialist, back to serve, and that's a nice swing for Reese Robbins. She's been very effective there on the pin.
That just looked like a late reaction on the block for Mruzik. Great swing by Robbins.
She had 8 kills against Tennessee on Sunday. One of their several top 15 wins so far this season. 2 blocks as well. 8 kills was matching a career high for her, by the way, and that's a wild pass for Penn State, and they can't get out of it. A lot of aggressive serving right now on both sides. That is credit to Camden Schrand for Louisville. Jess Mruzik got the touch that she was looking for. How about Izzy Stark fading full backwards, pushing that set all the way out to the pin from the 10-foot line. Another difficult situation that Stark makes it look easy.
Yeah. Mruzik, veteran play, high hands, fantastic swing. Let's see what she does from the service line.
Works the middle. Penn State gets a nice touch. There's Hannah. Big swing and a kill for Cameron Hannah on the pin.
You haven't heard Cameron Hannah much this set,
been
actually.
Quiet.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of everybody. And half the blockers, you know, went with Mendelsohn on the slide. So Cameron Hannah had a one-on-one opportunity to put it away.
Fifth kill rather on the night so far for Hannah. And easily defended for Grimes. Mruzik out of the back row. Haven't seen that a ton in the second set. Effective there to put her team 2 points away from taking the second set.
That's a great location by setter Izzy Stark. Mruzik gets to fly into it. She lands in front of the 10-foot line. Just great choice. One blocker, puts it away, right in the seam.
A 3-time captain, Mruzik putting the team on her back as she always does. Robbins with a big swing, looking for the block, doesn't get it. Set point for Penn State.
It looks like a lot of unforced errors by Louisville. It's just kind of a momentum killer for them right now. They're kind of trying to force it, trying to, you know, squeeze it into places. Doesn't seem like the Louisville team that we've seen this past weekend.
Touch off the block. What a scramble. It's alive. Penn State is in it. Chance to close it out for Louisville. Denied by the defense of Penn State. It's Cameron Hannah who wants to finish it. Not yet, Louisville says. Looper is bailed out on the block of Penn State. On the slide, denied for Penn State. Maggie Mendelsohn went for it, and Louisville was all over the read from the block standpoint. Let's take a look now at the defense of Louisville.
Scrappiness by Penn State right now. It's just, that's a great block setup by Charity Looper.
Yeah, establish big
That's a tough ball to block. Sharp swing by Hannah.
And Grimes digs out another. Physical play at the net. Stark gets big, and guess what? She closes it out. A 2-0 lead for the Nittany Lions. 25-19, the finish in the second set. And it will be Angelina Stark back to serve. The senior and sister of Izzy Stark, and how about an ace? Stark family has to be happy with that one.
Trying to pick on Anna DeBeer there, who's the passer hitter here. She's front row.
That's a beautiful serve right on the line of Anna DeBeer. Making her second guess her transition up to the net. And Cressy thought she got a tip.
She did.
Off the block, and she did. You say the call was?
Yep, touch off the block.
that there was a touch. Otherwise, Danny Busboom-Kelly was marching to the green card to challenge. And Anna DeBeer back to serve. Louisville being tested early in the season here against the Nittany Lions. Middle attack hits Stark to Stark. The sisterhood magic. Another tip by DeBeer. Great reaction from Trammell. On the pin and swinging out of trouble. Caroline Juravicius with a vicious swing.
There is so much power behind that arm. I mean, you're looking to see if there's a dent on the floor after something like that.
And a great way to bail your team out. Juravicius has been awfully effective here tonight. 8 kills so far for her, 1 ahead of Mendelsohn. Louisville responds promptly to tie it early in set number 3. This is a do or die situation for Louisville.
Cressy doing her job. She's good at the quick attacks. She's good off of 1 foot. She's a solid middle attacker for this Louisville offense.
Cressy back to serve now for the Cardinals. We'll see what she does with it. And that's a BB over to Grimes. Out of system though for Louisville. Can't capitalize on the big serve, and a tight pass is a tough one for Izzy Stark to handle. Close to the net, and she was called in the net as well. So either way, Louisville will take the points. Kara Cressy, she has a very high contact point on this serve. It's very floaty. Even Jillian Grimes struggled with it. She doesn't struggle with much on serve receive, that's for sure. We'll keep an eye on it. Another big serve. Grimes handled it that time. Challenge accepted. Nice set for Stark. A little bit beyond the pin, but still hit her in a one-on-one situation. Juravicius still finds a way to make something out of almost nothing. And how about that response from Grimes? You love to see it. A dime of a pass. A little bit out of location there on this set.
Looked like a little ankle roll with Juravicius, just landed right on it. Ooh.
But she's okay, yeah. Hopefully she is fine. Looks like she is, according to the reaction. Out is the call, and Penn State will recover the serve. Ava Feldudo, the freshman defensive specialist out of Elmhurst, Illinois, will take over.
Get a little ankle wrap job for Juravicius there.
Swing down the line for Louisville, and Mruzik in a very tight situation, double block on her, and she can't handle it all. Izzy Stark saying, my bad, put you a little too tight there.
And that's what you call a trap set. You can't really do anything to it. You just hope for the best and hope that your team has you covered, and unfortunately for Penn State, that was not the case.
Naelise Cabello back in, the freshman center out of Florida. Had 17 assists against Tennessee on Sunday. That's a beautiful ball from Stark. Oh, it's almost over. My goodness, a little bit of a break there for Penn State. Maggie Mendelsohn maybe knows she should have been on that ball as the middle blocker.
You don't see that many those types of errors from Louisville often, because they're so scrappy and their ball control is so great. You rarely see something like that. So that was a little surprising there.
Serve now by Mruzik, and Looper handles it. Transitions for the pin attack, and my goodness, that's not easy to do, to pass and then load up on the approach.
She's got springs in her feet.
Yeah,
she jumps so high. And her approach was inside the court.
Had big shoes to fill in that outside position.
Crowd getting involved. They think that they took that point, getting a little loud and rowdy before a serve.
Well, Penn State would love nothing more than to reverse the script of what happened to them last season. Nearly a year ago, it was September 10th in this preseason matchup between these two teams. Louisville took them out in 3 sets. Left a bad taste in the mouth of the Nittany Lions. Missed serve there. Elena Scott back to serve for Louisville. Danny Busboom-Kelly looking a little concerned on her side, understandably so, in a 2-set hole currently on Penn State. fond memories for me. And Louisville, a little bit off with the pass. Didn't matter, though. What a response. Sophia Maldonado-Diaz takes care of it. Had 11 kills against Tennessee on Sunday, hitting over 400.
Maldonado-Diaz is a great addition to the squad. She's got a super quick arm, and also stays in to serve because her serve is really nice.
And that's why we see a 5-1 situation here. And how about that swing from Cameron Hanna finding the opening?
Yeah, again, that matchup with Cabello on the front row. Doesn't usually play the front row like that. Blocking. Izzy Stark saw that matchup, and what a put away from Cameron Hanna.
Quick arm for Robbins. Out to the pin from Glock, handled by Penn State. No more double contact called if the ball stays on your side, which was the case for Penn State. New rule change this year, and perfect example there. Now, if that second ball went over at the hands of Hanna, that would have been called a double, I would imagine. What a play by Mruzik. Looper thought that ball was going wide.
Veteran shot. Just manage the game.
Wow, and it's a floaty gym, meaning there's a lot of air circulating here at Rec Hall. There's a lot of space, and that makes a floatier serve sometimes. We were talking about that ahead of the match.
Just a little bit, that sucker can take off.
I have nightmares from serve receiving in this gym back in my day. It is not a fun gym to serve receive in, let's just say that. And a nice play by Grimes, unless you're Penn State, of course. Talking on the opposing side.
This is Trammell's first kill in this set, and honestly, it might be the first kill in the last 2 sets.
Yeah, she's been quiet.
She has been.
It can take time to develop that connection, especially with a young setter, Izzy Stark.
And
especially
honestly,
on that set, too.
The matchup that she has, Cressy is a great blocker. So maybe Izzy Stark's just trying to keep it away from her a little bit, get her other hitters involved.
Ellie Glock in a bit of some trouble there on a tight pass situation. Not much she could have done with it. Great court awareness for Jess Mruzik. Grimes back to serve. DeBeer handles the pass. A lot less tight on that pass, and Stark will set from the 10-foot line as well. Couldn't recover on the block for Louisville. Not much Elena Scott can't get to, but that one just out of reach. National champions, a run that started in 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010, and she is with us here in the booth. Kristen Carpenter
that was a fun year.
Yeah, that was quite the journey for you as well. 2009 and 2010 for you. Started as a DS, then you evolved into the setting role. Then Micah Hancock came into the picture, but there are the banners that Kristen Carpenter is largely responsible for.
I wouldn't say largely, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Setter is a pretty crucial role.
Okay, that's fair.
You touch every ball, right? And of course, credit to Russ Rose for creating the dynasty. We chatted with the legend himself earlier today. 7 national championships, an overall record of 1,330 wins and just 229 losses. Coach from 1979 to 2021. He is a legend. And Katie Schumacher-Cauley hopes to follow in the footsteps of her mentor, but doing things differently. What can you tell us about how Katie operates on the coaching side of things for Penn State in a different way than Russ, carrying his legacy though meanwhile?
You know, she's doing things her own way, which is really great to see. As an alum, you want the program in good hands, and I mean, I can attest to a lot of alum that we were really pumped when she got this job.
Yeah, she's really awesome. As is Danny Busboom Kelly. Great to have former players in the mix as head coach. And how about Izzy Stark making plays, and that commands respect now from the Louisville block. So that will hesitate or cause some hesitation now on the side of Louisville. So watch this. Izzy Stark comes from out of nowhere, not a single blocker on her. So now they're going to have to start to pay attention to her at the net. She becomes an offensive threat. That could be problematic for Louisville. Keep an eye on it. Nice. Off the net pass for De Beer, just a little bit too far though. It made it easy to read for the Penn State block. Another big play for Maggie Mendelson.
Mendelson's having a wonderful game. She has put up a pretty big wall tonight. Looks like she's having a blast.
And part of the message from Russ Rose heading into the match to the girls saying, you're playing to host a regional. They've never played in crowds like this. Well, he was right about that. He's right about most things, and that's a nice play by Charity Looper. Finds the opening down the line, but Russ Rose also said that we expect to win at Penn State, but you still have to play. You have to play hard, and you have to play together. There's always a window at every match where the other team can steal it if you're not ready to go. And as mentioned, Louisville will be hosting the national championship this year. You know this team is motivated to get back. They were close last season.
And honestly, I mean, from the last two matches against Wisconsin and against Tennessee, this Louisville team looked really strong. Looks like Penn State's exposing a little bit of some areas that they're going to be probably working on this week in practice.
Made it to the Elite Eight last year. It was their fourth trip to the Elite Eight. Got knocked out. Hoping for a different story this year in Louisville. And there's a tip covered by Penn State. Great defensive pursuit, and didn't matter. Denied again. Maldonado Diaz, she's been lighting it up at the pin. Have another look back at this point, starting with the defensive scramble. On the side of Penn State, how about this?
Right place at the right time for Izzy Stark, but still a little too much. And Louisville puts it away.
Ava Feldudo with a nice dig there. Elena Scott back to serve. Perfect pass from Grimes. Penn State loading up in the back row. Jess Mruzik has to feel good about getting a kill off of Elena Scott, and Mruzik has eclipsed the 1,500 career kill mark. How about it? And it was sensational. My goodness, the
Put
decibels.
her whole body in that. Grimes with the back set. Love to see that.
You spent some time as the libero position as well. You can speak to some of the difficulties of finding your options when Stark is taken out, and a very interesting substitution on the side of Louisville. Here's another set first, though. How about that from the baseline for Grimes?
You don't see that often.
And coming out of the back row was Anna De Beer. Excuse me, the front row, yeah, and in comes Peyton Peterson, the freshman. Looking to get her team going, and then finding the seam on the defense was Juravicius. Is in the hunt for a 3-set sweep over the fourth-ranked team in the country. That is Louisville, who did the same thing to Penn State last preseason.
This
Izzy Stark with a big
Penn
serve.
State is hitting 700.
That is absurd.
And
1,500 career kill mark. Juravicius with 11 kills. That's a season high for her. And really balanced attack. That's a big credit to the passing. And Izzy Stark, the freshman setter, to have the wherewithal to use all of your hitters. Out there, Louisville recovers a point. They need to get going. What would you suggest on their side right now?
look, they're siding out at 57%, so that means when they are receiving the ball, Penn State serving, Louisville gets it about 60% of the time. They get that kill, they get that point. So, but it's really hard when you're playing against a team that's siding out at 91%. That is somewhat ridiculous, and you're winning a lot of ball games siding out at 91%. Penn State absolutely on fire.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to sign out when you're swinging like this. Taylor Trammell, she's been a little quiet this match, but that is a wonderful connection. They've been looking for that middle connection between she and Izzy Stark. They're starting to find that, and look out for the rest of the field, because that's a dangerous connection to face. Great dig by Grimes, full scramble. And Mruzik tried to tap it over. Robbins off the top of the block. Penn State handled it. Another quick attack. Pulled out wide for Trammell. Stark with a dig. Grimes with the recovery. Elena Scott involved in the play for Louisville. There's Robbins. It's dug up. Great play by Cameron Hanna. Mruzik somehow finds the opening in a brick wall of a block.
I was about to say, she had 4 very strong hands in front of her. I'm not really sure how that went through. But what a rally here in Rec Hall. Everybody's looking a little like they need a little break. Got a couple, especially those middles, those poor middles, having to go pin to pin. 22-13, wow.
Yeah, stunning scoreline. Cameron Hanna back to serve, looking to extend it. She gets the ace.
Gosh. I mean, that just dropped. They didn't even have time to make a step towards it.
Penn State 2 points away from taking the match. Cameron Hannon looking to send another cannon into play. That time handled by Louisville. They run the middle. Robbins goes for the tip. She gets denied, not by the block, but by the net. And we have a match point on the side of Penn State. Closes it out, 25-13, and the Penn State Nittany Lions kick off their home schedule with a top 4 win over Louisville, a stunning 3-set sweep, and a top 4 win with it.
Wow. Like, just wow. That was, that last set was a near flawless performance by Penn State.